Okay, welcome back to Maximizing Information Resources for Profit. In this video, we're going to talk about where you can find some resources in order to build the free resources that you're going to be giving away. Now, of course, we have implied throughout the course, and we even talked about from the beginning, the fact that you're going to leverage your resources, your personal resources, in order to create the resources you're going to give away. In other words, you'll have skills and knowledge and relationships and all of those things that you can combine to create products and services and information that you can give away. And of course, creating your own resources or creating your own free resources is probably the very best thing that you can do in order to give the kind of quality and value that is going to make people feel as if you are the expert in your area, or it's going to endear them, it's going to endear you to them, or it's going to make you the center of attention in a particular niche. So the best thing that you can do is to create your own. However, we don't have time to create all of the free resources that would be necessary in order to endear people to us. That's just impossible. And if you spend all of your time creating free resources, when are you going to create the resources that you're going to actually sell? And when are you going to find time to market? So you need to have some other ways in which to create or generate those resources. Now, one of the ways that you can do that is by having relationships inside of your niche. That would mean you might have other bloggers, or you might have other product creators, or you might have other recognizable names of knowledgeable people. And so that means that one of the things that you need to be doing inside of your niche is building relationships. Who are the key people inside of your niche? Who are the knowledgeable people? You should be building relationships. You should be reading their books. You should be reading their blogs. You should be commenting. You should be contributing inside of their community, because those relationships will help you when you are ready to start creating and building your communities and building your followings and building your subscriber list. So one of the things that you'll need to be doing in order to find the resources is you should be constantly building new relationships of knowledgeable people inside of your niche. Now, you can get resources, or you can create resources by doing interviews, and we talked about that before. And one of the things that I'm going to show you now is you're going to be able to, and I'm going to show you this in a minute. Here is a website where you can find people to interview, and it's called helpareporter.com. Another website where you can do that is called reporterconnection.com. And these two websites will help you in order to find the people to interview that are experts. And you'll be able to search these databases for people who are actually knowledgeable. Now, here's a tip for you. You should actually be registered on these sites as an expert in your area also. Okay, let's go back to look at other places where we can get free resources. Now, yet another place to get free resources is to get it from private label rights content. Now, let's talk about where you're going to do that. If you go to Google and you do a search for private label rights, you'll see a number of websites that are selling access to lots of private label rights content. Now, here's a warning to you. If you buy private label rights content and you just buy it and it's very inexpensive, typically what will happen is you will get a large file, download it to your hard drive, and you will find it difficult to use that information because there's so much of it. And because it's inexpensive, you are going to have to spend your time sorting that information, figuring out which part of the information is useful to you. So just because it's inexpensive doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be usable. You could have 100,000 high quality pieces of private label rights content and never use it because it would take you too long to sort it and organize it. So one of the ways in which you can work around that is to find high quality sources of information. And there are sites out there, and you'll see this in your resource area, places like Resell Rights Weekly you'll see new PLR and resale rights products that you'll be able to use. Now the benefit is that they will have organized this information and sorted it, and you will be paying for this information, but you are paying for the ability to find it quickly, find what you need, and then use it. Another place where you'll be able to find that kind of information is a place called the Warrior Forum. And if you go to the Warrior Special Offers Forum, once you have your own account, you'll be able to find private label rights content on a number of subjects that will help you to create your freebie or your free information. Now the last thing that you can do, of course, is you can have the information created by outsourcing it to someone, outsourcing it to a freelance writer or to one of the sources like Odesk or Elance. And basically you will have your resource custom created. Now the only drawback to that is that if you create free resources every time you need one, it could be cost prohibitive unless you have a profit strategy mapped out. So in the next video, that's what we're going to talk about, which is mapping out your profit strategy with your free resources. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.